Yeah, well, here's the muffin cowl. Looks like a muffin. Try and get this straight. This is the end of the second day. Three coats of fabric, and it looks really, really good. I'm really happy. It's different when you've got somebody that knows what they're doing. I think if I'd have tackled this, it really probably wouldn't have looked really, really good. Pretty sure it wouldn't. But anyway, that's how it came out, and I'm quite pleased. Now we've got to make the outside look nice and turn it upside down, take all that stuff that I put in over the last few weeks, all that foam and everything else, cut all that out, remove it, and then put a couple of layers of fibreglass on the inside. But yeah, what a wonderful thing. I don't have very much for you today in the way of video. I've been working all week on the engine cowl. Well, it's not really an engine cowl, it's more of the accessory cowls, the engine accessories that live behind the engine. And yeah, I've been working with Malcolm, who is obviously a fibreglass extraordinaire. Not like me at all. Yeah, I'd probably be better at building a ferro cement aeroplane than a fibreglass one. But anyway, that's all but, the structure is all but done now. It'll still have to be finished and painted and all that sort of thing, and actually made to fit the engine, yeah, to fit the fuselage and the engine. Today is another big day in the build. It's moved the production line day. Now I used to work in an aircraft factory, and when we moved the production line, that was a really big deal. The aeroplane at the end went off and went to flight test, and all the other aeroplanes moved one station forward. We had about, I don't know, half a dozen stations. Well, that's what I've done today. That wing that we've been looking at the last, I don't know, the last few videos anyway. Here's my little paint shop, and for all intents and purposes, it's empty. Got a couple of sawhorses in there, and that's it. Okay, so there's the wing. Well, the wing's been moved over to the hangar next door, to another hangar, where it's put into safe storage for the time being. And this wing has moved off the production table. The actual production table has no, it's over the back there somewhere. It has no aircraft parts on it right now. So this one it'll start its process of being painted with the Eco Bond. Yeah, we turn it green, remember that part? It's got to be washed and everything first. It's the whole process that we have to go through. If you want to see that process, you just need to look at some of the previous videos. And it will take up this position just here on the floor behind these chairs. I'll take you over there. So yeah, that wing will come in here, where it's fairly much out of the way, and it'll start the process of being covered. Once I've got it covered with the Eco Bond, it'll go into the paint shop, my little tent there, and it'll be painted with the Eco Prime, the white stuff, and then it will eventually get its final coat, and that'll be over the next few weeks. With regards to, let's have a look. With regards to the fuselage, yes, I have started work on these wing intersect fairings, wing fuselage intersect fairings. They were always going to be a problem, and of course they were. So I've cut them. I've taken the gel coat off. I've actually reworked them and cut them down so that they actually fit, and that will go in there, and they'll be fibreglass together, and then the whole thing will come off and they'll get fiberglassed on the inside. They're both the same. The other one's in pretty much exactly the same condition as the one I just showed you. Otherwise, this week there hasn't been very much on the fuselage over what it was last week. The undercarriage pieces, they were done last week, so there's no point in talking about those. So now when the cowl comes back from Malcolm's shop, it'll be reinstalled on the aeroplane. It'll have some finish work done on it. It should pick up on the holes that we drilled beforehand. Some of them might be fibreglassed over, and we might have to go on a treasure hunt and see if we can't find the holes in the cowling. But you'll see. Hopefully, you'll see the cowling next week, and with any luck, you'll be as impressed as I am. I'm really, really ecstatic about how the cowling turned out. So pretty soon the engine will go back on, and then the cowling has to be mated to the engine, basically. So that's, but that's later. That may be next week. I don't think so though. What else have we got? So once, back to these intersect fairings, once I finish fiberglassing those, the lower wings can come off. The wing tips can then be fitted properly. The wing tips they're in place, but they're not really installed properly. They're just they've got clecos holding them on right now. Yeah, because they simply didn't fit. It's you know, that's not uncommon for any fiberglass tips on from any aircraft supplier. But this is fitted reasonably well, but the nose is not. The nose is going to take some fiberglass work to get it to where it looks nice and looks like it should be on this wing. And then of course this wing can be painted with the primer, and it can then have its fabric installed and start the same process as the other two wings would have already gone through. And of course then I turn my attention to the fuselage, but that's all down the track. The fuselage will be covered sometime after that. I've still got to bring the empennage parts, which are over there behind that red engine stand. Too many red things over there at the moment, behind that engine stand. And most of those are going to have to be recovered. I want to recover them with heavier fabric than what I have already covered them with. Plus, I had a little bit of a mix-up between the finishing tapes and the reinforcing tapes. I misunderstood something and put them the wrong way around, so I'm going to have to redo them. No big deal. Those parts were all easy to do, and as a matter of fact, they were good fun to do. What's not going to be good fun is getting the old fabric off. Well, getting the old fabric off is no big deal, I suppose, but getting the old Eco Bond off the structure, that'll be But that'll be fun. There's no question about that. It'll be fun. No, I haven't been flying the Renegade. It's out the front there so that I could wash the hangar floor. The hangar floor's wet right now. And plus I needed to be able to bring this wing in to where I want it, and the aeroplane was in the way. So I've put it out the front so that I can bring the wing in, then I'll put the aeroplane back in. I did fly the RV6 this morning. I don't think I've flown the Renegade this week, but I have flown the RV6 a couple of times. So anyway, that's where we are. I don't think there's anything else to catch up with at the moment. It's good to see the workbench there that's not completely covered with a wing. That's a very good thing. All the other bits that are going to go on there are relatively small pieces. They're not going to take up the whole bench. Photos, I'll embed them in this video. But yeah, it's not very exciting. It was exciting at the time, and it's taken like every day for the whole of this week. So there's a lot of work in fibreglass. But of course the end result, it looks really, really good. That's what it's all about. And the compound shapes and curves and so on that you can get out of fibreglass is, you just can't do it with metal. But dear me, is it anyway. Anyway, yeah. All right, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later on.